Welcome back to Vegas Live with Ninon. I'm Ninon, your host, and you know where I am. And I have Angela Teek with me. Now, Angela Teek, I met her for the first time about a week ago. I was doing filming down at the Italian-American club. And she looked rather sort of famous, and I thought, wow, you look pretty cool, lady. And I said, what are you doing? She said, I'm a singer. Well, she's a very famous singer in Vegas, and I think probably the world.
I've traveled all over the world, yes.
Have you really?
Yes, I have.
So what was your favorite place that you traveled to?
Do you know what? Russia.
Russia?
I did not want to go. I had an opportunity to do like a student exchange with Broadway performers going over to perform with the students that were in musical theater.
Yes.
So they brought about 10 of us from Broadway over to Russia. And when I got the call, I was thinking, oh my gosh, Russia. I don't want to go to Russia. I was like, everything I've ever heard about Russia is everybody's trying to leave. You know?
and I'm going.
So I talked to my mother, who's an international jazz vocalist herself, Spanky Wilson. And she said, are you kidding? You have a chance to go to Russia. Go. So I went, and that turned out to be my most favorite place.
Well, it's funny you should say that, because the Russians will pay oodles of money to get anybody from America to perform in their country.
And I didn't know
Russia just absolutely loves American singers.
I didn't know
and you did. Well, I didn't know
time.
that till a very good friend of mine, actually.
Wow.
And he was telling me, and he said, I used to get all these bands. He said, they pay millions to get them over there. Well, I'm going to join a band.
Listen, once I got there, they loved us. I mean, they treated us like royalty. It was fabulous.
So your mother is a famous jazz singer?
Yes, her name is Spanky Wilson. She's international.
Oh, Spanky Wilson,
yeah,
sure.
she's international jazz.
Now, I know
vocalist.
Spanky Wilson, but I didn't know you, unfortunately.
Yes, and I'm her Broadway baby.
Oh, so you were born on Broadway?
No, she does jazz and I do Broadway, so I always tell people I'm her Broadway baby.
Now, did it sort of did it help you or did it hinder you? Because a lot of children that are coming from somebody famous, whether it's an actor or a singer or whatever it may be, it can be very hard for them to go into those same footsteps.
But you know what I did? I realized that early on, and when I decided that I really wanted to go into show business, I changed my name.
So then didn't know where
So I officially went to court and changed my name to Teek.
Teek.
Angela Teek instead of Wilson, because my mom actually had a hard time just being Wilson, because when her career first took off, Nancy Wilson was already very large, and they had Flip Wilson, Demond Wilson.
Oh, that's right.
They had all these Wilsons out there.
That was the name of that time.
Yeah, so I said,
They all
okay.
became famous with the same name.
I'm telling you. So I said, I'm not going through the Wilson syndrome. I'm changing my name. So my manager.
So you became at a very young age an independent woman.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And you were going to go it your way and do it your way. I love that.
Yes. My manager at the time was Leonard Reed, and he's a legendary producer back in the 30s and 40s in black musicals. And his wife came up with a list of names, and Teek was on the list, and it just fit. I just said, Angela Teek, that works.
I like that. I love
that. Yeah.
It does kind of work. It kind of folds together, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's what I
So
thought.
now that you've got she's got the name, she's got the background, she's got everything going. Now, when did you first start sort of really performing as a name?
Well, Leonard produced my cabaret show, and I went straight from a 3-day happy hour to headlining on a cruise ship, because I had the right material, I was singing the right music, and I was really, really young, so they were impressed that I was singing standards at such a young age, and I had like my own special arrangements. And so I went from there to headlining on the cruise ships, and then Star Search came along, and I got on Star Search after trying for 3 times. I finally got on. Yeah, I finally got on, and then I won every show, 10 straight weeks, and $100,000.
Wow, that's an amazing story. You see what happens when you just bump into somebody, you don't know who they are, you bring them on, and all of us have got a fabulous story. That is a beautiful story, because that's a story people should hear out there, because it's a success story.
And that led me to Broadway.
And then you went to Broadway.
Straight to Broadway
and it's
from
straight
there,
up.
and traveled the world.
Now,
I toured the world.
what brings Vegas? What happens in Vegas for you?
Well, I've done 3 shows here in Vegas. I did Ain't Misbehaving here with legendary Broadway entertainer Hinton Battle. And then I did Beehive here, both at the Sahara Hotel. And then I also opened for Don Rickles for about 8 months. We were here once a week every month.
Oh, wow.
At the Golden Nugget.
Yeah.
So I opened for Don Rickles. I loved him. I adored Don Rickles.
He is. I was fortunate enough to meet Don Rickles. Shecky Green was a good friend of mine, still is a good friend of mine. Maria is still a good friend. I got involved with a lot of the comedians.
He was one of my favorites.
They just what they are is they're very natural. They just come up with it. They don't have to be told something. They don't have to read lines.
Yes.
And they just know what they're doing. I don't see any comedian out there quite the same yet.
Not yet.
I'm like looking.
Not yet.
You know, because you had Don Rickles, you had Shecky Green, you had all of them.
I loved him. I just adored working with him. That was my favorite gig. Because he worked with a 12-piece big band too, which I really love.
Now wait a second, 12-piece big band. You said you're going to sing. Do we have the microphone? I want you to sing something.
Okay.
I want you to do a little a cappella. Okay?
Sure.
Here you are.
Okay.
So you can do whatever, a little short one, whatever you want.
Well, at the Italian American Club, I'm going to have a 6-piece band in the big showroom. So Saturday night, come out. And here's a little sample. If I should suddenly start to sing, or stand on my head, or anything, I don't think that I've lost my senses. It's just that my happiness finally commences.
I love it.
I like the beat of the tom-toms. It's only just begun. I like the beat I hear, and it's very clear. I'm really having fun. Oh, I'm having myself a time. I mean, I'm having what I want, wanting what I have, doing what I like and liking what I do, and I'm having myself a time. So you can have a good time too. You come on out to the Italian American Club.
I love it. I absolutely love it.
Thank you.
You know, I ask singers to sing on the spur of the moment, and sometimes, you know, they look at me like, "Do you really want me to do it?" Yes, I do. and they do it.
Right.
But it's I always like to. So it's a little hard because it's a cappella. I don't have a big.
And we're sitting down. That's
we're
different.
sitting down. Yeah, the whole thing's different.
I'm so used to moving. I guess you can tell that slightly.
You have a beautiful voice.
Thank you
really
so much.
Voice.
Thank you for having
so
me here
you're at the
today.
Italian Club
Yes.
this Saturday.
Saturday, November 24th. When you get tired of turkey, come on over. They have fabulous food there at Italian American Club. And everybody is so friendly. I just relocated here to Las Vegas.
Oh, really?
From Los Angeles. So I live here now.
So now how was work in Los Angeles? Did you get...
I didn't work much there at all. I was always traveling. I was always traveling.
It's funny because Los Angeles, although everybody lives there, there's not really that many clubs that you can actually perform in.
You know, it's really for actors. It's really for actors. It really is for actors.
It is. It's for actors and for,
because I've always traveled. I've traveled all over the world doing what I do. I traveled with Burn the Floor, which is international ballroom dance show. I was the only singer with 36 dancers. And I've done 3 or 4 Broadway shows. It's just, you know.
So what have you got in the works for yourself now? You've moved to Vegas. There's not many lounge shows in Vegas. No. How are you going to make that happen?
Well, I'm not really shooting for a lounge.
Oh, she's shooting. I know. She's shooting for the headliner at Caesar's Palace or at the Wynn. I know where you're going.
Reach for the moon if you get the stars, baby. You know?
Yeah, why not?
Yes,
why not?
Why not?
So what have you got in mind? Put it out there.
Well, we want to just keep some of the things. We're going to get started. This will be our little first introduction. I'm going to, introduce myself to Vegas all over again.
Yes.
At the Italian American Club Saturday night. And then we'll have everyone that's, in the business to come out and see it, and then we'll go from there.
You also got a 6-piece band. I don't know if you've ever been to their banquet room, but it's absolutely amazing. It's fabulous.
Oh, yes. They have a huge banquet room.
Yes, absolutely fabulous.
Yeah.
I was there last Friday. I was there with Elijah Rock.
Yes, who's a good friend of mine.
Well, this is the first time he performed in Vegas.
We actually did a Gershwin musical together in 2014, and we've been friends ever since.
Awesome.
And we didn't know that each other were moving here.
Yeah, well, you're both moving at the same time, so you can have each other on your show.
I know. We're very good friends.
How can anybody reach you?
Oh, my gosh. You have to talk to my management, Nick Allen, and his number. You give us number?
Yeah, you can give the number out.
Oh, God. His number is 323. It's 253-4921. Nick Allen. He's my management team. And I also have Patricia Doxwell as one of my producers, and she's here in Vegas.
Fabulous.
I don't know her number by heart, but
that's okay. At least you got something out there, but you can also look Oh, Angela Teek.
Angela Teek.
She'll give you. She's on Facebook. She's everywhere. She's absolutely amazing. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you so much for
we'll
having
be right
me.
Back.
Do you love the stories of Las Vegas? If you love the stories of Las Vegas, you need to subscribe and tune in to Vegas Live with Ninon.